Of course, if you have the money to buy a car cash, buy a car cash. Okay. Uh, you know, if you have $1,000, okay, and nowadays I'm not gonna lie to you, okay, it's hard to find a $1,000 car. But if you find a $1,000 car on Craigslist, I would rather buy a $1,000 car than use that money to go put it on a down payment at a buy here pay here place. Okay, this is how you should be thinking. This is how you should be thinking. Okay, but in order for you to do that, you have to know the basic stuff about cars, and I'm gonna make a lot of videos trying to teach you that here on this channel. You're welcome. Okay, $1,000. Okay, this is the way you think about it. Okay, $1,000. You go to Craigslist and you find you a car. It's gonna be a beater car. It's not gonna be perfect. Yes, it's gonna have a high miles. The AC may not work or the heat may not work. Well, you prefer the AC to not work. If the heat don't work, you might have bigger problem. We're gonna talk more about that in other channels and stuff like that. But let's say you find something, it's not beautiful, it's not pretty, but it can get you from A to B locally. Meaning you can go to work, you don't have to take the bus, or you can go to work, you can go to school. Okay, so car is an investment. Okay, meaning that's how you get to work. And you go to work, you make money. Okay, let's say you buy a $1,000 car. So your goal, this is your goal. Your goal is you want to make that money back. Okay, so whatever job you work, and I'm just gonna go really low on you here. Let's say you make $400 a week. Okay, now if you buy the car and it lasts you a month and you make $400 a week, that's what you make $1,600 a month. It was worth it. Does that make sense? It was worth it. Of course, a $1,000 car, you want it to last you as long as possible. It might, depending on what's wrong with it, it might last you a very long time. You know, granted, you might have to change some small things on it. Okay, and you want that. Okay, if you need a new alternator, you know, you go to Amazon and buy you a cheap alternator. It's like $300 at Advanced Auto. Okay, but you just go to AutoZone and pay $60, $80. You know, I mean not AutoZone, Amazon. You know, or you can go to a salvage yard and get the part for free. I mean not for free, but for very cheap. You know what I'm saying? Versus $1,000 you put on a buy here pay here. Okay, you ready for it? Those cars are as is. So a lot of people, they go to buy here pay here because they want a peace of mind. They want a peace of mind. They be like, Pierre, I want to just buy a car from a guy and then the engine blow up or the transmission start blowing up and then I lose that money. I want to buy a car that's going to last me a very long time. You ready? You are taking the same risk from buying a private car than you are buying from a dealership. You think the dealership will have a higher, you know, some of them, I guess they do test their cars more, make sure stuff are working, but no, it's still as is. They tell you, yo, this is you on your own, and if we have to fix anything, we're gonna put it in your account. I guess that's kind of good. I know a long time ago when I used to do car payment, before I knew about cars, I needed a radiator, and they put it in my account where I was just paying extra every month or paying extra every 2 weeks or just, you know. But, you know, even if you go to a buy here, pay here place, usually those cars gonna, you ready? That car you buy for $1,000, sometimes they buy that same car and then they sell it for $3,000-$4,000 and want you to give them $1,000 down payment for their car. They will buy for the same price for. That's what they do. That's where they get the cost from. They buy here pay here places usually get the cost from the same places me and you get it from. They go to Facebook, they go to Craigslist, and they find something very cheap, and then they upsell it. That's how they make the profit. So if you want something cheap, affordable, but like I said though, like I had cars, I bought a car for $500 before, and it got me to work. I drove it for 3 months. I made that money 5 times back. I didn't get fired. I had a job. It was a very ugly car. It needed a lot of work, but it got me from A to point B. It was a Ford Taurus. And then I remember I bought a Crown Vic for $600. I drove it for a few months before I sold it for $600. So if you can buy a car cash, buying a car cash. Because going to buy here, pay here, not only you taking a lot of risk, the insurance gonna be higher because it's gonna be a newer model. But no, I always encourage you, if you can buy a car cash. If I had $1,000, if I needed a car and I had $1,000, I would have went and bought a car cash like I do, instead of financing a car. Try to not finance a car ever again, unless you have the money for it, unless you can afford it, and then you can afford it. They buy here, pay here places, or you can afford a car payment or a car note. Sure, go put $1,000 in a car, or $2,000, or $10,000 down to drive a new car, or whatever they do. Or if you got good credit, no down payment or whatever. If that's the way you want to go, but it's always better to buy your car cash out. And even if it's a beater, meaning even if it's an ugly car, and it's just better to just own it. Like me, my cars are always like I got a lot of cars, but not a lot, but but they usually, like, let me see, 20-year-old. That's about 20-year-old. That's about 17-year-old. That's about 12-year-old car, and that's about 20-year-old. Because I like to have backups for backups. Or if I see a good deal on Facebook, I'm not just buying it to sell it. I'm buying it. Oh, this is a good deal. I cannot pass on that. Oh, you only want $1,000 for it. Yeah, you got a lot of miles, but it would take me to work. The AC heat work, just the basic. I'm not out here trying to be flashy. I don't care about all that other stuff. But if you can buy a car cash, buy a car cash. Avoid financing the car by all means. Like, I've been financing the car since I was probably 18 to, I would say for about maybe 17 years. I'm just now, for maybe like 20, almost 20 years I've been financing a car. I'm just now in a position where I'm like, you know what? I'm just buying my car cash out. Like I said, there's nothing fancy, nothing new, but I own my cars, and I got multiple cars just in case something wrong. I can drive another car, and like, they're easier to fix. And yeah, hope this video helped you.